All right. I wanted to have a little conversation. This is questions and answer. So anybody, please feel free to unmute and share if you agree, if you don't agree, whatever. Because I had a conversation this week that I found kind of curious. We have the CyberSecurity Sensei incident response team, and now we're doing threat intel. We just demonstrated that last Saturday, and I put in a ticket with Cisco Talos Intelligence, and by the time we finished the webinar, I received notice that the particular domain that I had reported had had their reputation downgraded to untrusted, and it was going to be implemented worldwide, that no device or system that used Cisco or the Cisco service from Talos was going to allow that site to pass traffic. In other words, as a result of what we did last Saturday, I got a phishing email. I reported it to Talos Intelligence. I, explained why, submitted, and within 30 minutes, that domain got black-holed internet-wide as a result of what we had done. So for me, that is so cool, where you can make a difference immediately. So number one, we can report, but number two, we can also go on the offensive and try and reduce the opportunity for these bad actors to even be able to send malicious messages. We remove their teeth by getting their domains blacklisted, for example. So I wanted to ask everybody, and this is kind of philosophical, and let's get philosophical for a minute, but why do you recycle? Why do you stop at a stop sign? Why do you send your kids to school? Why do you participate in a civilized society when you don't have to? Big question to start off with. Any thoughts?
Because I have
to. That's a good one. Why do you stop at a stop sign? Because I'll get a ticket if I don't. Yeah. I don't disagree with that.
Well, but if I don't send my kids to school, I get reported to the state. If I could go through each one of your examples and say, I have to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to necessarily participate in society, but
right.
You have to follow society's rules or you get arrested. So, again, I'm not sure what you're digging for here, but I'll just say that.
You're right, David. As I'm thinking about this, because we have the CyberSecurity Sensei program that allows people to do good. It allows them to, number one, get experience, but also, number two, to try and discourage the bad actors. Actively, you're working with real data that's going to real people, your own inboxes, for example, but when it's sent to you, it could be sent to 10,000 other people as well. And some of them could be, old ladies that don't know any better, and they click on stuff because, it's a pretty picture or whatever, and the next thing you know, they've lost their life savings. And many of us would just say, well, sucks to be them. But here in this program, we give people the avenue, the opportunity, the training, the documentation, and the references to say, I've done something good for this world. And you get to put it on your resume. I have done incident response analyst work, or I've done threat intelligence analyst work. I have tried to make the world a better place today, working from my home in Green Valley with no shoes on. I'm barefoot. And I can still do that. And the positive benefits of doing that are more to me than anything else. I do this because I could be saving some old lady from losing her life savings because I didn't report it. When I see something, I always jump to the global reason why. And it's because I don't want the bad guys to win. I don't, I can just keep myself safe, but what about my aunt? Or what about my cousins? Or what about my, teachers? Or what about my grandkids? How do you keep them safe? We have to position ourselves as a force for good to offset and counteract that force for bad. There are people out there that want every dime that you own, and they're working to take it away. Now, we can sit and say, well, I'm smart enough to where I don't fall prey to that. Okay, but what about your mom? How do you help her stay safe when she's out, living on Facebook? Hi, everybody that I knew from high school. I know I do it. People I haven't seen in 50 years, I have active conversations on social media with. So people are out there, and the bad actors are out there. And you read in the headlines that people are losing billions of dollars to them because they didn't know any better. And they fall victim to these bad actors. And yet, here we have CS-Sensei that allows us in some small way to make a difference, to make a positive difference, to help reduce the, let's say, to increase the discouragement factor for these bad actors. If you do something, you're going to get reported. And if you get reported, you could end up getting indicted and, brought to court and put in prison. It's possible that that occurs, but you're not going to get put in prison if there's not evidence. And the evidence is thousands of people getting these nasty messages and deleting them. That's not evidence. The evidence is only when somebody says, this is wrong, I want to correct it, I want to report this to the right people so that they can do something to make a difference. So I guess my point in all this is I'm trying to encourage people by helping them understand that this is not pain avoidance. This is actually going out and trying to help enforce good internet hygiene with the people around you, trying to be someone that can assist people to be safer online so that they don't lose their life savings, so that they don't end up with their credit being polluted because somebody went and applied for credit in their name. They don't end up on the front page of the Washington Post because of some sort of identity theft. We can make a difference today. This is not about learning. This is about doing something. And I've been doing CS-Sensei, the incident response team, since June of 2023. Yeah, June of 2023. So next month is going to be 3 years that we've been doing this. And we have assembled over 4,300 incident reports to the various authorities. Amazon wants to know when people are impersonating them. Amazon wants you to tell them. They've asked you to tell them. Same with Best Buy, Geek Squad, the Social Security, the IRS. They all want people, us, society, to report when somebody pretends to be them so that they can go prosecute them. But if all we do is delete the message that we get, or mark it as spam, well, now Google or Yahoo or whatever, they know not to send this to me. But that's difficult to compile that trail of evidence. We need to go on the offensive. We need to become active. Every time you see a fraudulent message arrive, you should have it in your mind, I know what to do to help stop this. And that's why this program is here. Yes, it gets you experience, but it also allows you, even as early as, well, I'll use Sanjana as a point. Sanjana was in our mentorship webinar last week, and she has already filed tickets with Talos Intelligence for doing threat intelligence work because of stuff that went on with her. Immediate experience and immediate benefit where you can help make society better, or at least less bad. I'm trying to encourage people. This is something that I feel strongly about. I think you can tell. I only have like 40 or 50 people that have participated in the incident response team in the 3 years that it's been in place. 40 or 50. Why not 500? I don't know. Is it that they don't know? Well, those 40 or 50 know, and yet even they don't participate routinely. Now, I would like to say that it would be wonderful if nobody's receiving spam or phishing malicious message traffic. You're not getting them in your inbox. You're not getting them on your cell phones. Great. If that were only the case. But I'm pretty certain a lot of us think that we don't have time, or that whatever we're doing won't make a difference. 2 weeks ago, I got a domain downgraded because I reported it. Worldwide, everything that uses Cisco black-holed this domain because they sent me a malicious message. That's pretty powerful. So I guess what I'm trying to tell everybody, I'm trying to encourage you. Number one, take those steps. But also, number two, encourage people around you to participate and do this incident response work or do this threat intelligence work so that these bad folks don't feel like they can do anything they want. I want them to get so discouraged at this that they go out and get a real job, because they're smart. Many of them are brilliant. Why can't they be brilliant for a good purpose instead of trying to steal my money? Okay, that's all I had. Anybody have any comments or questions, feedback? Again, I'm recording this so that I want to put it out on YouTube. I'm open to any thoughts or ideas or suggestions. What do you think? Y'all are so quiet. Okay. Well, that's fine. I just.
You stop recording.
Oh yeah. All right. Oh, I see. Okay. That's fine, David. But the point I think I'm trying to make here is that we can do something. And yes, you are constantly learning, but don't feel like you have to reach a certain level or a certain point before you can make a positive difference. You can make a positive difference today. And CS-Sensei, Incident Response Team, and now Threat Intelligence are giving you that opportunity to do it. All it takes is you to say, I want to make a difference. Thank you for listening.